So we're looking for question one. We're going to do the bank reconciliation statement for it. We start off with, as with every question we've done the Leaving Cert so far, you start off by laying out the blank document that you're going to be entering information into. So the corrected bank account is fixing mistakes in the original bank account, things that were missing from the original bank account. And my bank account down here says I have a balance BD of 6580. And I'm just going to copy that down. So that's the number I think I have. And now let's have a look and see what the bank thinks I have. So when I look at my bank statement, so the way this works is we have in the credit column here, or the right hand column, we have the balance. This is the amount we have at the beginning. This happened, and that, so debits or minuses, money was spent, so that's taken away from my balance. I get a new balance. Then money comes in, I get money, okay, and that money is added. That's the way, basically the way this works. Okay. So my bank statement, the very last number of the balance column here is 5950. This is what the bank thinks I have at the end of the month. So what I do now is I'm going to go through each document and look for things that are in one document, not in another. Now what I would suggest you do is you get a pencil and tick all the things that are common, and you're going to circle and do this first before you start putting anything in. And then put in the things that are only in one document and not in another. So I'm just going to take my my pen here, okay, and so I'll go red. So I notice £2,000 here, sales lodged, does appear down there, so that's okay. £1,000 lodgement, that appears down there, fantastic. This lodgement £4,000 does not appear in, so I'm putting a circle around that one. Then D Prince 1,000, that appears there. O'Connell 800. I don't see that there, so I'm going to have to deal with the O'Connell 800. ESB 140 is there. 400 for rates. 400 for rates. 360 for B O'Brien. 360 for B O'Brien. Insurance 320. I don't see that there, so I'm going to circle that. And DWall 2400. I don't see that one down there either. So that's what I've circled in my bank account. So those things are in my bank account, but they're missing from my bank statement, so they're going to go into my bank reconciliation statement. So I'm going to put it at the top here, found in the bank account, just to remind me of where I'm going to get this information from. Now I go to my bank statement, and I'm looking for the things in the bank statement and see, are they appearing in my bank account? So these are the things that I'm going to find in my bank statement. Okay, so ESB, back to this, sorry. So ESB 140, yeah, we saw that already. 1,000 for D Prince is there. Lodgement 2,000 is there. 360 B O'Brien, yeah, that's there. 280 direct debit, no, I don't see that, so I'll just put a circle around that. Rates 400, yeah, that appears. 170 for credit transfer, I don't see that there. Okay, 1,000 for lodgement, yeah, that's up there. And bank charges 40, no, bank charges 40 doesn't appear there. So these three items, I found those three items in my bank statement, and they weren't in my original bank account, so I'll have to put them into my bank account now. So I'll start with the bank account. So my correct bank account starts with the number I have at the end, and I'm adding these three numbers into it. So these two are in the debit column, and remember the bank is going to look at things from the opposite point of view to me. So if they're debit in the bank statement, they're credit in my account. So I'll put in direct debit, and that is 280. Then I'll put in bank charges of 40. So that's the spending money side. And the getting money side, I have 170 for a credit transfer. Okay, so that's those put in. Now I'll just put in the four that were found in my bank account but missing from the bank statement. That goes into the bank reconciliation. So we have the lodgement of €1,000. No, sorry, €4,000. Then we have O'Connell. And O'Connell is 800. Insurance is 320. and finally we've got dwall of 2400. So I've now got all the entries in, and at this stage in an exam I'm getting most of the marks. To finish it, I need to balance the two documents and make sure the final number agrees. So that means I add up the debit side here, so you can see there's more on the debit side, and I know that when I add my credit side, including my balance, I'll have the same total. So my balance CD then is going to be the total that I have here. Okay, so it's that total minus the direct debit and the bank charges. So 6430 goes there, and we call that balance BD. That's that document finished once I put this number in. So there's my balance. So I think I have 6430 now after I've corrected my bank account. My bank statement. So all of my adds, I put them in the left, this left column. So I'm using two columns here. Add up all my adds here. There's only one of them, so I'll put that number there. And I'll add that number to what my bank statement told me I had, and then I'll add up all of my lesses. So all of these lesses that we have here are going to be added up and taken away from the figure that I have above, and my corrected balance then is that total minus all of my lesses, and those two numbers now agree. So I know I've done the question right. Now if it turns out that it doesn't agree, somewhere along the way you've probably made a maths mistake, but if you've got these numbers that I've circled in red and put them into your answer, then you're on to the vast majority of the marks. I hope that makes sense.